So something spicy in the world of sports has just happened. I really wanted to talk about it, so I'm gonna bring it to you guys, right? So basically, what happened was there's this American sprinter. His name's Noah Lyles. He was at the World Athletic Games, and just listen to what he said.
That hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
So this is kind of what started it all, yeah. So basically, he's just saying that, if you have a league in America, you're not the world champions, you're the champions of America, right? You can't be the world when you're only in one country, right? So that's kind of what sparked the debate, and in every comment section, in every video, in every single thing mentioning this, there is a huge debate on whether this is true. And so right after this, every NBA player, not every, but a lot of NBA players just got super salty, dude. They got so mad, and we're gonna look at some of their comments. I mean, you already know, Easy Money Sniper is already there. He's probably the first one to comment on this and, sit right there on his phone, arguing to all the trolls and stuff. But there's also a bunch of other players. You see Aaron Gordon, Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, Bam, Tyus Jones, oh my gosh, I don't know why I brain farted at Draymond Green. But as you can see, these guys are all super butthurt from what he said. This ain't it, when going smart goes wrong, yada yada. They're all saying comments about him. Even Drake chimed in. Look at what he had to say. I honestly think Drake is just saying stuff to say stuff. Like, he just tries to sound cool, and kind of like, I hate saying this, but kind of like a pick-me to NBA players. Like, dude, you're not hard. Go back to who you are. Like, nah, this is not it. Dude thinks he was so hard typing this about Noah Lyles. And so even Bleacher Report just posted something that Greg Popovich said in 2011. One of the best coaches ever said this in 2011. This was 12 years ago, mind you. Pause you if you want to read it, but this was 12 years ago, and this guy's saying that, you haven't gone outside of our borders. It doesn't make sense to call yourself a world champion. And so basically, the whole discourse is coming from everyone who says, the world's best athletes come here to play. How come it isn't the world champions? Which is just flat out ignorant, because if you go to soccer, for example, in the EPL, the English Premier League, all of the best players play there, and it's widely considered the best league in Europe, but for the most part, and no one there says, oh, we're the world champions when they win, because they're not. It's a domestic league, and I don't know if Americans know what domestic means, but it means within your own country. Whether or not you have the best league in the world, whether or not you have a million different people from a million different countries, it does not change the fact that the league is being played in a singular country. It literally has it in all the names: National Basketball Association, National Football League, National Hockey League. I mean, if you could put two and two together, you would understand that national means within a country. These leagues aren't the International Basketball Association, it's not the International Football League. And then people will also bring up, oh, well, how come, there aren't better teams in other leagues and stuff? Well, remember when Barcelona beat the championship Lakers with Kobe? Oh yeah, remember that? And also, a lot of it has to do with money. You're going to be making 10 times more money in the NBA than you will in, any other basketball league. Like, you're trying to tell me you want to go play in the Armenian Basketball League or the Israel Basketball League just for fun? Even if the competition is great, the money is most likely not going to be there because those countries aren't making an insane amount of money, an insane amount of profit, because it's really only the people within their country watching the games, unless it's a Champions League game. So I genuinely think it's stupid to call yourself the world champions in a domestic league. This isn't the World Cup. This isn't the World Baseball Classic. this isn't anything international. It's literally national. It's literally club. It's literally teams playing within cities, within a country. If there somehow in the future was a super league where one team from every country or two teams from every country come to play in basketball or come to play in soccer or whatever, right? Maybe, just maybe then you could call yourself world champions because, your club is technically, or your team is technically representing your country, right? But it's not. Even in the Champions League, they don't call themselves world champions because even though Europe has the best concentrated amount of talent, they still just say European champions. Even though it's probably the best league, they don't go out flat out and say we're the world champions, we're the best. No, because they're not the world. And Americans have to understand that they are not the world. The world does not revolve around you. There is more things than just the US. The US does not make up the world. Yeah, so once again, I think this is so stupid. If you're in the US, you're not a world champion. If you're in the Olympics, you're a world champion. If you're at the World Cup, you're a world champion, right? But if you're in your own league, you are not a world champion. And you are so stupid and ignorant to think so. Well, anyways, guys, that's just kind of been my 2 cents. I really wanted to talk about this and just let my anger out and kind of just rant about this. But hopefully you guys like this, and see you in the next one. Peace.
I don't know why you really hurt me like that. I don't know why you really talking like that. I'm in my bag, I'm like the quiet kid, I'm living in the stew. These minions be despicable because my money grew. I was wild from the youth, they spent their whole lives in the zoo. All these little babies crying like they got something to prove. Louis the Gucci the